All right, guys, I don't know what's going on. Unfortunately, it seems I'm on my Wi-Fi, not my LAN cable. So I don't know what that's about. Mm. Let me investigate real quick. Nope, that's plugged in. That is plugged in. Okay, well let's see. I didn't notice, by the way. Mm, thank you, Keta and Bernardina and Rumi. Appreciate that. How about the ambulance? Oh, my mate in the ambulance. Yeah, he did ski patrol, and they were just. I mean, I don't know if anyone's been skiing, ski seasons, but the drinking is hard. And he would hook up to the IV in the morning. I know. Um, I'm eyeballing this out. Just over 1 liter. So 2 to 1. Turn this on. I will put aromatics in here because they make you less farty. Of course, the recipe doesn't quite go like that, but that's okay. We are allowed to deviate from our plans. I got some fennel seeds. Fennel. This is where I'm going to put a bit of that timian. Got a bit from that stuff that I dried the other day. Rosemary, just ever so slightly. Can be quite overpowering. Great medicinal herb, of course. Bohnenkraut. Where are we? Lovage. Sure. And fresh basil in the way. Bohnenkraut. I mean, summer savory is used with beans because, again, it alleviates the fatting. And some chervil. None of these are too floral. And we'll put a bay leaf in there as well for good measure. This one's got cobweb on it. That's nice. Oh, blink. All right. Bay leaf strikes again. But rosemary's amazing for a lot of stuff. Cobwebs for extra flavor, exactly. In you go. And so that's that. And that should boil up. Leave those to one side because we might need those. I really don't know what's going on with the LAN. I probably need to restart my computer. That's probably the size of it. Can we just acknowledge something, by the way? Because it doesn't get said enough. We don't really talk about it. Everyone's like, what's your favorite vegetable? What's your favorite vegetable? And what do people say? They say the potato, they say this and that, they go asparagus, they go globe artichoke, or whatever it is. What about carrots? Carrots. Every single recipe, I think, right, has had carrots in it. Every soup. Every soup. Am I wrong? Is there one we didn't? Carrots are boring. All right, we're gonna make carrot salad. Not the Jack Star, too much sugar. We're gonna make you a carrot salad, and you're gonna go. Now I understand. All of those are good. Absolutely agree. All of those. But if you think about all these soup recipes we've done, without without exaggeration, every single one has had either in the stock or in the soup itself carrots. True. The humble carrot. Of course, it's a massive Dutch plot. And the onion, absolutely. But people say onion. They're like, oh, I love onion. Like a bit of raw onion. No, but you're right. Onion is in everything as well. All right. So, folks, one down, one to go. We're going to be having this with a bit of jam and honey, because that's the way I roll. La-bi-da-da. How's our broth doing? Tickling away. And put the coffee pot on. If you haven't made yourself some coffee, maybe now's a good time to do that. Picked up these Brazilian beans from Lidl. That's okay. Okay. My God, I'm going to have coffee. First coffee of the day, mind. Trying to cut down on my coffee. Steamed zucchini? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love mashed celeriac. Razia, it's amazing. Thank you, Bobanich. It's amazing. What'd you have it with? Meat, venison, some sausage, butternut squash soup. Look, I'm not against zucchini, but steamed, I'll give it grilled. That's about the only time I really like grilled zucchini salad. Or griddled. Griddled and then let it cook. Oh, now we're talking drizzle of olive oil, crunch of garlic in there. Shut up. Butternut squash stream. Well, I'll tell you what. When they're in season, because you can get them now, but like let's wait because there's lots of other soups. I'd like to get to a fish soup soon. I think would be good. Okay, that's heating up, and you had to save a deer with an injured back leg. Hashtag farm life. How did you save it? Did you save it by finishing it? Draconi Manaveri. Where's the farm? Hello, Mariah Faye 99. I love fish soup, but we haven't made one yet. Broken leg for the deer. Zucchini filled with feta and kebab in the oven. Oh. Okay, so my plan is from May onwards is to have a weekly soup stream but once a month we're going to do a special of some kind. Gently cornered it. I phoned the RSPCA and helped it stay calm without it running away. Do you think you're going to save it? No, I love animals, all animals. Um, the thing is, it's the same. It's the same with horses, right? The horse got a broken leg. Boeuf bourguignon. Okay, shall I share a little story with you, Jade? I made boeuf bourguignon for a French friend of mine. He's a chef. Yeah, well, we did the right thing, Draconi Manaveri. It's quite distressing. We came across a deer and that had been hit, and it was gone. It couldn't stand even. So yeah. I told you. Okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe we'll get onto that before the weather turns too nice. But my first thought would be to get the Lords of Misrule in and make them steak. Fair, no? I don't want to eat horse. I have eaten horse. Your horse, right? So hang on a second now. Horses eat frogs and stuff. So does that mean that anybody who likes horses doesn't like frogs? Let's not follow this logic now. He's never tasted a snake. All right, I got this honey from this geezer in Hungary. I never met him. I was gifted this. Have a guess what this is. This is honey with. Any guesses? Not yeast. No, it's a fruit. It is honey mixed with freeze-dried raspberry. With horse. Bublina nails it again. How does she do it every time? Like, oh, we're not going to have jam. We're going to have lemon curd. All right, crikey. How are we? Oh, an hour in already. Time flies when you're having fun. Lemon curd. Mmm. Mmm. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I made homemade lime curd once. Oh my god, that was amazing. Okay. Okay. So steamer's on. Should be good. Need a recipe. Oh, you have a recipe for lemon curd. Mm. Magusa. What did Magusa say? I don't know. It was stewed. It was like a goulash. I didn't like it very much. I have to say. Come on now. Mary Berry. Yeah. You bought some Strabbies? What is Strabbies? Strawberry fields have opened already? What? On the greenhouse, surely. All right, beans are on. The beans are on. The beans are on. Rain them on. The beans are boom, boom. On do 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 do. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, 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 oh. Little spoon to the rescue once again. Because we're going to need to mix a slurry. It's not the most appropriate word for cooking, is it? Slurry. Slurry. Delightful lady. So, favourite celeb chefs? Ainsley Harriott, probably. Ready, steady, cook. Gonna turn the beans right down. Love Ainsley Harriott. Bit of a silly Billy. Then probably um, I'd have to say Jamie Oliver um, was really, really. I mean, he became a bit irritating maybe, but his slant on some recipes is good, and he also taught a whole generation of people in the UK about. No, no, but Sally, seriously, like I'm not like there was this thing afterwards. Um, he ruined school dinners. Yeah, good because they're shit. Should be better. Should do better. They have laws in Japan against it. Bear with me a second. Ken can cook. Love that. What's his name? Ken. Damn it, American Asian with the meat cleaver and the garlic. It's like like that. Some of the French chefs, but I'm so bad at names. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Some of his fusion stuff was ridiculous, but he put a whole bunch of young people, younger, let's say, my generation and younger, back into talking about food and getting people using offal and cuts of meat that weren't very popular anymore. And I think there was a real revolution because I was, that was sort of in my early adulthood when that was peaking in the UK. No, Ken can cook. I can't remember. Right. Anyway, how long do these beans need to suffer for? Navy beans. Are they navy beans? I guess so. 8 to 25 minutes. How long we got? I'm going to give them 8 minutes. We're going to do quick release. And then I'm going to put the broth over and we're going to carry on cooking them and hopefully they'll be done by the end of the stream. We shall see. It's going to be an interesting soup day today. Oh, potatoes. I forgot about potatoes. Let's get this out of the way. You've been sat in my sink too long. You've been sat in my sink too long. Time to wash you up and to move along. I wish you could smell the steam off the beans because the aromatics are just absolute genius. I'll be honest with you. No disrespect to the Serbian soup, but I probably prefer to do it like this. I grew up with my mum loving Jamie Oliver, Nigella Lawson. Have you? Oh, Nigella. Look at these two plump beauties. I just love two lovely fat cocks to make soup with. Doesn't everybody? There's a mashup of Nigella Lawson. You find it on YouTube, and she's like, this pastry is so plump and juicy, and it's going to be delicious when it's filled with a creamy filling. Or something along those lines. Interesting what my memory remembers. Yes, let me look at. She is a menace. She knows exactly what she's doing. All right, cannellini and navy beans are both 8 to 25. 5-minute timer for those bad boys. Let's get this veg prepped. Ain't gonna do itself, is it? What does the recipe say? The recipe says. Check the Serbian one. 3 carrots, 3 medium potatoes. This is not 3 carrots, is it? I mean, to be fair, I could use the carrots from the broth, but I'm not going to. Oh dear, it's a little disappointing. Should have looked closer. Oh, donut daddy? Yeah, no, that's kind of weird. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. And now you've put everyone else onto it, Sally. You'll notice with this recipe, by the way, I should have shared the link. God damn it, Michael. We're not. We're not. The American version is just taken. I wish I had a Shane Bell. The American version, the spruce eat one, is all it's done is converted the kilos into pounds, so it's making a smaller amount. But anyway, look, the point being, there's no frying involved, which I find quite interesting. Basically, the ham and the beans brought together, then the veg is put in, and that's it. It's actually quite cool. It's quite healthy. Because although frying is delicious, it's not the healthiest way to go. Why am I going to the fridge? Carrots. Only gets worse, by the way, Razia. That's what they say. I don't believe that. I think sometimes we can be a little distracted. This knife, yeah, it's super cute. I don't know what it is. Baby knife, baby knife, your time has come. It is super pointy. It's also quite flexible. This is why I like it. But I have three prep knives for 3 different jobs. Can't find my black one. Where's my wee black handled knife gone? This is my go-to, typically. And then I got another one somewhere that seems to have decided to disappear. All right. So, baby spoon, do your thing. Quick release. Woo-hoo. Oh, the smell of those aromatics. Man. I went through a period, I think I've said this before. I went through a period of, how far back can you see? I went through a period of potting up my own beans. I think this might be during COVID, to be fair. Once a week, 1 week white beans, 1 week kidney beans, right? And you, out of this, I would get like 6 large jars. 4, 5 jars like that. And then, okay, they're not done yet. We're going to see. To be fair, I don't know if I'm going to get this recipe done by the end of the day. I have to give him some more. Might as well let that tickle away. I've put them back on, ladies and gentlemen, because they're not done. These are the jars I use to imprison people. That's right. These are my soul jars. You better believe it. Soul jars. Call that, Bubba. Which one? Which knife? Which one's the grandmother? Not, no prickly. Not going there. And no, I wouldn't use like a. I mean, you can. My stock pot fits like 4 or 5 jars in there, and you can sterilize. But to be honest, if your jars are hot, straight out of the oven, your lids are hot, and you put in like near boiling beans, there's no meat in there. It's just aromatics, right? You can salt them if you want. And then your cupboard slowly fills up with different types of beans and pulses that you can just chuck into recipes. Should just one like it. Aha, got it. Fanfare for the common man. Yeah, okay. That rings a bell. What was it used in? Was it in the movie Apollo 13, was it? Mood. I don't stop myself from nibbling at the carrots. I always make sure there's a bit for the chef. Okay, beans are back up to temp. I think we still got this in the bag. We're right to the wire though. Right. Here's how we're going to roll. I am going to clear out the stock. This is Snickers. That's right. Because it wants salt. Let's have a bit of a clear up out here. While those beans do their thing. It said 3 medium carrots. I guess these are large, but I don't care. I've got a lot of beans. Hi, first time chat. Alexi0110. What outfit did you pick for the photo shoot? I don't know. I'm going to go with a few different ones. All very confusing. I was given conflicting instructions. Single block colors, which I don't really own. I don't know. I'll pick something out. We shall see. It does look like a lot of carrots. You're right. Well, it is what it is. Three medium potatoes. Yeah, I'll probably have to dial back on the carrot, Sally. You're right. Gisela, Gisela, Gisela. Yeah. The other thing about beans, FYI, is apparently research shows that. What are we going to do about this? 3 medium carrots. You're right. It's too much. All right. So that. And the rest of them will go into a little bag and get frozen. Not that one. Rice and beans. Eat rice with your beans because it brings out something from both of them. I was going to suggest a recipe I get from my mum's side. Looked it up and immediately described it as a hearty peasant stew. Yeah, what's wrong with that? What do you think this is? This is a hearty peasant stew. There's like nothing wrong with that. I love hearty peasant stew. I'm a peasant. I know. We call me Sir Radzig and all that. Dadzig. I'm a peasant. I'm of peasant stock. Proud of it. Nothing wrong with that. Personally, all that fancy highborn food is all well and good enough, but when it comes down to it, don't you just want a bit of stew? All right. Chopping our onion. If you haven't put your veg in yet, with your ham and your beans, you should have done that by now. Beans should be pretty much soft if you're cooking along. Sorry, this is, I don't know why this recipe in particular is throwing me. Basically all your veg should go in now. The ham should come out, let it cool off, get the meat off the bone and all that jazz. Chuck your veg in. And once your veg is soft, at the end you will add your slurry. I'm just conscious of the fact that we're a little tighter on time than usual. I thought this was going to be a quick one, but what do I know? When I read pheasant, nothing wrong with pheasant stew either. La, 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 la. Weird taste though, pheasant, I think. Wet ass peasant. I'm a whap. I'm a wet ass peasant. You know why my ass is wet? Because I've been digging you a hole. Scrape. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Right, that garlic is. So let's see if we can dig one out that's not so. Well, it comes from working outside. Invariably, depending on what you're doing, your arse is going to get wet. A couple of cloves of garlic, my darling. This is also a bit. This is springtime, isn't it? Everything wants to shoot. All vegetarian meals from at least 100 years, and the rest. Most peasant food. Look, the irony is that if you went to Jacobean England, early 17th century, the average peasant was eating more healthily than the gentry, right? Yeah, they were drinking beer. Everybody was basically drunk, but they were eating vegetables. Poor people ate vegetables. Middle class rich people ate meat. That's why they all got gout because they weren't eating any fruit and veg. What's jolly? What's going on? This all sounds a little bit suspicious. Okay. 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 We're going to swap that over because I want this. We'll put that on 3. Okay. Where is my Schufanek? The reason I'm transferring like this is because I don't want it splashing everywhere. That looks good. Yeah, have a look at that. Thank you, Miss Effect. Okay, now I should be able to. Okay, this is where the splashing starts. Back of the ladle. Oh! Okay. We got this. We got this. This is how we're gonna roll. One. We're gonna boil this up straight away. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm all over the shop, people. Not my finest cooking moment, but that's okay. This is what some days I just like. Get in. I bought these roll bowls. I didn't realize the rim would be so annoying. Got a rim. Rims can be annoying, can't they? Okay, straight back on. Boil this up. Oh, boil it up. In you go. Two tablespoons of tomato puree. It's what I said. 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. Go. And let's have a look at this slurry. 4 tablespoons of oil. No, that's flour. 4 tablespoons of flour, pork oil. And 4 tablespoons of flour. So let's do the flour first. Then I don't have to use 2 spoons. And 1 tablespoon of sweet or hot pepper. I will use a bit of smoked. Because this is kind of heaped. Let's start with that. One, two, three, 4. Time to buy some more oil. Yeah, it's weird how that's the wrong place for the flour. How good food apparently is expensive. It's a bit of a weird one. Bring that up to a boil. Bring that up to the boil. I got this smoked paprika. Very excited about that. Where is my scissors? Where is my scissors? Mm-hmm. Schnippy schnips. Do not find you. Okay. Craft knife it is. And 1 tablespoon of paprika. We're using smoked, as I say, because if we'd been using sausage or ham, we would have got a bit of a smoked flavor. That's fine. And then just that little bit of spicy, just a little bit. This will come together. I believe in this. I'm going to go with 3 tablespoons of flour. And we're going to take a little bit of liquid, guys. And we're going to stir it up. We don't want it to be too hot. There we go. Look at that. There's the color coming now. Yes. Yes. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh yeah, I mean in the US, there's places where they're actually trying to make it illegal for you to harvest rainwater and grow your own food, even if it's not from their seed stock. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of misdeeds in the name of progress. But hey, it's all fun, isn't it? In some parts of the US, it is illegal to harvest rainwater because the notion is that it belongs to the local resources. What's funny, of course, is that Nestle bottle water from natural aquifers, and they claim they're the only ones who have a right to it. Screw those guys. Oh, now we're talking. That's more like it, but I still don't think they're done. Are they? Oh yeah. All right, that'll do. She'll do. Okay. And I guess we can just chuck that right in. aromatics included. They say you shouldn't use the water from the beans, but I want a bit of that herbal flavor. There we go. And we're going to bring that to the boil. The problem, of course, is I haven't done my potatoes, so I better get those in. And I've ended up with rather more liquid than I was imagining, but that's okay. Dangerous. All right, gang. It might be that I'll just have to put it on be right back while I get myself ready, because I'm not sure this soup is going to be in edible. Damn these potatoes. Old school with a knife. I might have to just let it cook, simmer for 10 minutes while I get myself ready to go. And then have a bowl. We wouldn't want to miss the shot of me enjoying my soup now, would we? Not after all these weeks. That would be a tragedy. So what's everybody else's plans for the rest of their Sunday, depending on what time of day you're at? Ah, yes. Referring to also Tom McKay's film that came out recently. Yes, The Wonders of Brexit. Yet another token win for the water companies, because immediately Conservative government, of course, in the UK gave the water companies carte blanche to do what they will. But what have the Romans ever done for us? Your plan is to not. Come on, that sounds a little dramatic. Can't blame Logan for that. So, quick. What else? Not dying from the Logan plague. Well, I mean, depending on who you ask, the EU project is gone, isn't it? But we'll see. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. Some pessimists out there. Now, I suspect, because I did not cook the beans and salt here, folks. I got this all back to front today. I really thought this was going to go differently, but best laid plans of mice and men, isn't it? It's 7 a.m. in the morning. What were you doing up so early? Do you always get up this early? There's quite a few places where sea life is making good comebacks. Don't buy into all the hype. Yes, we are horribly destructive, but we also, a lot of people really care. So this smells very interesting, I have to say. Not quite what I was expecting at all. My worm stash is already full, so this is not going to go in, folks, because I don't think my wormies can handle it, or can they? Psycho. I guess we'll find out. More for the worms. More for the worms. More for the worms. More for the worms. Quick tidy up. Soups are cooking. I will get myself ready. And in a moment. But in the meanwhile, we can still chat. So, Bublina surviving Logan's plague. What else? What else are you all doing today? Right, coordinates. Yeah, Jolly Ham. There we go. Nice. Oh, talking about drawing, I horribly didn't show this off. I got given some presents. It was 2 weeks ago already. Hangover was in Prague, and she made me a little bit of chainmail with some hearts and things on it, gold and jewels, some rat eye colours, and I got given this illumination. This is and it's from Dadzig. That's gold. Look at them, the Prague lords who bent their knees to Sigismund. And even after he fled our country, they kept on plundering our land, invading, killing, raping, spilling the blood of their fellow countrymen for a foreign usurper. Should they get away with it? A time has come to put a stop to them forever. So sweep them off our lands, fight them, hunt that rabble back to Prague in the name of King Wenceslas. Charge! And at the top here, there's a quote from a Hussite war hymn. A s tím veselé křikněte, škůd na ně. In a frame, at a wall. Yes, it must. It must. But at the minute, all my beautiful things are in boxes and bags because I do not have my fan wall together. Oh, cool. Yes, I've been meaning to mention it a couple of weeks now, but I keep forgetting because I get busy with the cooking. Okay, so worms are wormed. Onion skins are onion skinned. Oil can go away. So Jolly Hand's going to do some drawing. Bubbly Night is surviving a plague. What else are you all doing? That's boiling. I'm going to turn that down. What else is it? Someone else? What else? Except for Michael Seal hanging there like on the... Yeah, because he's easy to display because he's got a hook. And he's also there just to remind you, Alice. To remind you. And you'll say, but remind me of what? Remind me of what? And I will say the pole. The hangman's pole. I haven't forgotten. It will not go away. Writing a thesis. What's your thesis about, Freckles? Where do I find these interesting recipes? I use the powers of the internet, and I use Google Translate, and I write in Serbian, for example, Serbian soup, and then I put it into. I use Brave. I don't like Google particularly. And then I look through and I decide what's viable because there's this white soup that's popular in Serbia. But it was another chicken broth, and we've done so much chicken broth in the last few weeks. I was like, let's not do another chicken broth. Let's do something else. And a few people, Jolly Hand, for example, saying, can we do a vegetarian soup? And so today we're doing a vegetarian soup, which of course you're more than welcome to follow the original recipe with ham, or just cook up beans with veg, and that's what we're doing today. I have got some cheeky sausage, as I mentioned, I think, which I might put in. It's on infectious diseases, immunology. Oh my word! Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Are you for what aim? My uncle was a microbiologist. They aren't soups. Yeah, no, you should call them dal or whatever they are. Use the proper name, because you get upset. Don't do it. Use the proper name. Otherwise, your mother-in-law would never live it down. Where are we to? Which is he from? India? Yuxiri, which part of India is he from? Because lest we forget, India is huge, and there's different recipes in different parts of India, and different themes. Spicier down south, for example. And then, of course, you've got the meaty recipes, and then you've got the veggie recipes. Can we have a how to cook fish properly stream? I'm not super good at cooking fish, but we can have a go. Certainly. Noses all up in my business. The tea of the pole. My God, I'm never coming back here again. You say that every week. You always come back, Alice. You always come back for more. Did we get near Delhi? Okay. I just want to learn how to poach a fish in it. Fresh fish is best, and then a banana leaf. Well, that would be nice. Going to struggle on a couple of counts there. One, I'm in Central Europe. Two, banana leaves. I tell you something. I imagine fresh banana leaves are easier to find in Prague than fresh fish. That's not true, but we do pay through the nose for it. Okay. Okay. Slurry is going in, dear people. It is referred to as a slurry. It's not the most roux, I guess you could call it. We're going to add a little bit at a time. Put a bit more water in here first. Oh yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together. There we go. You could use cornstarch, of course. You could use potato starch. You could just take some beans out, crush them up, use some more floury potatoes. You don't have to use flour. Rice starch. I mean, whatever. This is dinkel, by the way. So actually, even this is not your regular wheat. And get out, Bean. Get out. Get out, Harry Potter. We'll have none of this here. Yeah, HP, eh? Anyway. You win some, you lose some. Is it salty enough? That's what she said. Probably not. Oh, all right. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I forgot celery. Oh, celery does go in. Whatever. Put it in now, I guess. Never too late. Never lose great dimension. Oh, dearie me, really am off the boil, so to speak, today. Never too late to mention. My marbles are all over the place. They are. You're quite right. Chop it nice and thin. It'll cook up in a second. What I was saying earlier was I suspect that this bean soup is going to be better tomorrow. The worst soup I've ever made. Oh God, I had this pot of soup. I was making some kind of stew. I was going to freeze it. Like that big stock pot I had, I made like 3.5 liters of something. I can't remember what it was. And I thought, oh, I know. Let's go a little bit North African style with this. So I thought I'll put some cinnamon in, yeah? And the pot slipped. Inedible. I tried scooping it out. I think I managed to scoop out like literally 2 full tablespoons and it was still too cinnamony. It did not get eaten. It was a tragedy. That soup was a tragedy. And then another soup, but that wasn't bad. The soup was very good, but I made a lot of it and then I left it a bit too late before freezing. And then I thawed it out. And I thought, oh, this will be all right. But then it was a bean soup, like ham or something. And the let's just say it was a little bit fermenty. So yeah. You live and learn. So freezing does not help in that instance, does it? All right, folks. We're almost there. This has been an hour session. Oh, why? Because we got cut off twice, didn't we? Does it smell like beans there? Not really. It smells like herbs. Happens to the best of us. Really, I'm just trying to be nice. Yeah, well, you were always nice, Bublina. That's what I appreciate about you. Definitely needs a crack of pepper. Boom, shellac, lack, boom. There's a spoon. There's a ladle. There's water I don't need. And there's water I do need. Hydrate. Hydrate before you freak out. Thanks. Thanks, Sally. Ah, there's my black. There. This one. Because this is pointy and quite stiff blade. So this I like this for doing like if I'm shaping stuff or if I need to get stuff out. It's a quite stiff blade in comparison to these. My red one quite flexible. This one's quite stiff, and then the little one is quite bendy as well. So there. Now you know. as you will, books and knives. It will be a bit sweet because we've got a veggie broth, which we're not going to sharpen today, the knives. It's a veggie broth, so yeah, you go ahead and do that. All right, folks, I'm going to put you on, be right back for a minute, because I'm going to get myself ready, and then we'll taste the soup. Hello. The humble bean. The humble bean at its finest. Here we are. Witty bean soup. That's it. So gang, we're going to snuffle this down real quick. And as I was saying, and I don't think I said it in the end, tried saying it twice, this will be better tomorrow. Oh, those flavors blend. Thank you, Miss Effect. Thanks for the follow, Muzi Linka and Jangi Green. Thank you, Fountain 1403. And thank you for all the other subs here today. Miss Effect, Alex, you followed. Thank you. Jade, Cheering, Buwanich, Rizgrace, and Riomi, Bernardina, Babush Toad. Keda. Thank you so much. The hype train's starting now. It looks super yummy. We're going to try it. It's going to be hot as. This celery is going to be a bit on the crunchy side. How are these potatoes? They're cooked. It's cooked. So we haven't made a veggie soup yet. Oh my god, it's actually quite good. I'm not going to take. I've turned the pot down. Oh, those beans are super sweet because they haven't soaked up the salt yet. I'm leaving my pot on the boil, and these are the veggies from the stock. I'm not going to throw those away. I might make something with those or put them back in. This bean soup will last a few days. Hey, you caught the last bit, indeed. First time chat, Luigi After Dark. That was timing. Thank you, Miss Effect. Luminous Russula soup, straight from Vrachtenfell. Vardenfell. It is a good soup. Thank you. I'm going to enjoy it. Oh, hangover! You missed my. I showed you off your chainmail earlier. Pink for Papa Soup. Thank you. Thank you, Ziggy Wiggy. Yeah, I did. I meant to do it 2 weeks ago. Kept forgetting. Soup's getting some extra salt for sure. But I'm enjoying this being not too salty, but the pot will definitely get some extra salt because I cooked the beans without salt, right? If you put the salt in too early, it can harden up the beans. I don't know how that process works, but it does. We're going to fish out the aromatics because we don't need them no more. Hot. There we go. Okay. And we're going to leave that lid on. There we go. Cool. All right, gang. Fountain has come to see us as well. Do we know next week's soup? I think I said, didn't I? Yeah, let me turn this off. I can tell you. I can tell you right now. We are going to Amsterdam. Dutch. We're going to have a Dutch soup. I don't know what that means. Bean soup, Valeria. Holland, yes. Amsterdam is. Oh, I've got. If you want, by the way, I worked out all the distances as well. Belgrade is 450.74 miles from Prague. This is as the crow flies. That would be 725.4 kilometers. Amsterdam is 451.51 miles and is 726.63 kilometers. You'll be in Amsterdam next week. That's funny. I don't know what schnurt is. Please do. Cooking weekly. I don't know when it's going to happen next week though, guys, because I'm pretty busy. Some evil gangers in Prague. I've got a show Friday. And I'm doing a tour on Sunday to cook the horror for someone. So it's all a bit tight. All right, I gotta go. I'm late. How surprising is that? We're doing a photo shoot for Studio 32 for the improv. It's your favorite soup, snurd. Is it really a thing? Okay. Dutch pea soup. No, oh yes, with the peas. We've got pea soup. We've got pea soup. I love pea soup. Oh my fucking word. Yes. All right, we're on. I love pea soup. All right, gang. I gotta go. Have a good rest of the day wherever you are. And stay happy and safe. Stay hydrated. Try not to doom scroll. Get some sleep. I'm talking to myself. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Something's not right here. Cook it and wash it and pop it in. We're gonna make some soup today. And oh, chop it and wash it and chuck it in, 'cause Michael is very late. What a surprise, we started late. It's Mikey P stream today. We made some Serbian bean soup. It's pretty tasty too. We're gonna chop it and wash it and chuck it in. We're gonna make some soup today. We're gonna chop it and wash it and chop it in. We're gonna make some soup today. Thank you, Serbia, for some inspiration. Some bean soup at last. No more chicken broth. We're gonna chop it and wash it and chuck it in. We're gonna make some soup today. We're gonna chop it and wash it and chuck it in. We made some soup today.